as the country's first one logistics hub, and that's what it's called, in Shah Alam, worth 120 million ringgit, and spanned over 27 acres in Shah Alam. In the studio with me, Dato Michael Tio, who is the Group Chief Executive and also MD of PKT Logistics. Is this also part of your wildest dreams?
It is not part of the wildest dream. It actually was my diversification plan. When we were growing so fast.
Your strategy's diversification plan, is
yes,
right? Okay.
Yes. So actually in 2006-07, right after the retreat, basically me and the now CFO, we were standing on a piece of land right in front of me, and were asking him, this is the best place we should build our warehouses. And then we actually acquired that piece of land in 2007, and we started our first construction. And my architect Kun Lim, I must mention him because he's such a good designer.
Which design or plan is right in front here.
So actually what happened is we share ideas together. Basically he knows that I'm in the logistics and shipping business. He came up with the idea saying that you should have a ship. Then for me is yes.
So the concept is ship.
Ship. We started out as the ship first, as our headquarter. He said you should have a ship. I said yes, immediately. I agree.
But a ship that is on land, together with their lighthouse and waves.
The waves,
the waves is not necessarily water. 27 acres.
So once we completed the ship, during the time of almost completion, I think we came to a stage where we called Malaysia is under recession, technical recession. That's early 2009, and I don't believe that this recession will last. And basically is because of America and the financial crisis and so forth.
That's the right term to use. Technical
recession. So what happened is we did plan from actually middle of 2009 for construction, so that we will enjoy the lowest cost during the recession time for constructing a warehouse. And we came up with the idea, now we have to build phase 2 already now. Phase 2 is actually in the shape of rectangular, and it's quite awkward to build to maximize the space from a rectangular shape. One day I was standing on top of our headquarters and looking down, and I think, and suddenly the idea of wave came in. Because I know wave, I can actually partition the warehouse in small block, and every block is 10,000, and we can rent out or something like that. So the idea of wave came in. I took a box, tear out the curtain, and basically drew. My art is really bad actually. I drew a ship, and I drew a wave that looks like a Sydney Opera House. All my friends say that, like this logo here. It's like a Sydney Opera House. And then I used my BlackBerry, took the photo and sent it to my architect, and I called him, did you receive my photo, my picture? He said, yes, please keep that cupboard. Because he mentioned some famous architect name, which I don't know them, but I really keep that.
But does it really look like a ship if you're passing through the highway or the road?
It has the impression.
It has the impression, but it's more of a ship inside, right?
It has the concept of the ship inside it.
Offices, for example, you have some pictures here to show and to share the work culture that you have adopted over at PKT Logistics, and can you explain?
Actually this one, they have called it Captain's Deck. Basically,
this is inside,
It is inside. This is a pantry on the second floor, our shipping floor. This is the floor when you enter is like that, with the concept of the ship.
And I see the picture of an anchor.
Yes, correct. And then right at the end of it, there's a door here who looks like exactly like a ship door. And when you enter them, basically the function is like a captain's deck, overlook the phase 2 of the construction. So why the reason for all this concept and comfortable, would I say, working space for your employees? Well, we are actually, I'm moving towards the direction of hopefully to get employers of the year. But anyway, I believe that a working place should be a very comfortable place for the staff, so that they don't work in stress. I don't believe in working in stress. I don't push people to the limit and so forth. I believe more on motivating them to work, so that they are so passionate to work for you that they don't think of it as like, you know, this time out 5 o'clock, I'm going back. Now,
so what is the reward of trying to implement or adopt this approach and to instill this sort of passion among your employees? What did you get in terms of results for the company?
They work with passion. The simplest thing here is they know I'm very passionate about my working, and then I build a place for them to work that they will enjoy so much, so much so that I believe this day they won't be waking up 7 o'clock in the morning looking at watch, today should I go on an MC anymore. They should be thinking about, hey, I should get into the office now, I can enjoy myself at the lounge. You know, we have a beautiful lounge for them to have a breakfast overlooking the highway,
and also a gym and all that.
If you feel like working out, you basically arrive in the office at 7. You know, we let you have extra half an hour to shower and change, because we have a changing room. So that means you can actually be in your desk at 9 o'clock.
Has all this also contributed to you winning the Emerging Logistics Service Provider of the Year award, and that was awarded by Frost & Sullivan? So what is the significance?
The significance here is basically what we have done over the years. We have actually been recognized for our success. Over the years, we've been trying to be on top of everyone. We try to be different. We try to create a niche among the logistics players, just like how we did it on automotive logistics, how we are so niche in our market. We try to do that in the non-auto segment, and also the way of working.
And you're also trying to very best dispel some negative perceptions towards a business like yours. Can you share with us some of these negative perceptions? That
when we started out with our vision, our vision to actually move into the FMCG industry, we find that a lot of our competitors are actually MNCs, and then the manufacturers itself, they decide to choose the MNC because of the negative perception towards the local logistic company. We are called domestic logistic company. What are the problems that we know we face? You know, actually we have one person doing the full survey for 1 year before we penetrate into the market, and then
so that's important.
We did a survey, and then in the survey we find that most of the problem we have is infrastructure. Domestic logistic provider don't have the infrastructure. They are not good in ICT. You know, normally they will just buy a Ahwat and Aqua software, you know, like 20,000. No, for MNC they are talking about the software worth millions. And in 2008, basically,
so invested in a very good infrastructure.
We did the infrastructure. The second problem was the software. We signed 3 million with ECNet Singapore to provide us the full ERP. Then the third problem is the know-how, the manpower.
Manpower, technical.
The technical know-how.
Technical know-how.
Basically, you know, in Malaysia, there is a lot of logisticians out there in Singapore, Hong Kong, Indonesia, China, are all Malaysians working for MNC logistic company. Why? Because the Malaysians are more sought after because of we are multilingual, you know. And then what happened is, what I did is I basically pulled them back into Malaysia. You know, that is before Talent Corp started. Basically, we paid them very high salary for them to come back and work in Malaysia. And then this is how we need an environment like this kind of environment. They will come back. But if you pull them back and then you give them a very low
warm
standard
warehouse,
low standard warehouse, they won't come back.
All right. We need to wrap up very shortly. But very interestingly, PKT Logistics also, around its 27 acres of one logistics hub, has a pineapple plantation. Tell us briefly, how did this come about, and why pineapple?
Basically, when we built such a nice, iconic structure, So on the side of the land, it cannot be bushes. So I had to spend money to basically do a landscaping. And then when you look at the whole piece of land, we basically had to do landscaping for 1 kilometer long. So if you spend money to do a landscaping for a kilometer long place, it's going to cost me $500,000 easily. And then so I came up with the idea of pineapple plantation, because during my younger days when I traveled to Kenya, I have been through a Del Monte pineapple plantation. It looks beautiful, and that memory still is inside me. And straight away I say I'm look for a planter. I will sign a deal with him. We will plant pineapple plantation. Whatever outlay, we will share the cost, and then the profit will be split between us and the planter.
Great.
Yeah.
So whoever or whichever press media that goes and visit your hub, of course, will go home with the freebies, and that will include pineapple tarts in their little bag. Okay. Thank you so much, Dato, for sharing us this great and very good insight into your business.
Thank you very
and
much.
we wish you all the best of luck. And up next, we'll have SOBA Awards to tell you more about that award, and also CEO Trivia, which is on a lighter note. Stay with us on SWOT Watch.